Have you ever wondered why some people seem to glide through life's challenges while others get completely derailed by the smallest setbacks? The difference isn't luck, privilege, or some mystical life force. It's something far more practical and within your control. Today, we're diving deep into Jordan Peterson's controversial yet transformative 12 rules for life. And I'm going to show you exactly how to apply each one to become the architect of your own success story. But first, let me share something that might surprise you. Peterson didn't write these rules from an ivory tower. He developed them while battling his own demons, watching his daughter suffer from severe autoimmune disease and treating thousands of patients who felt completely lost. These aren't theoretical concepts from a self-help guru. They're battle-tested principles born from real human struggle. Rule number 1 might sound absurdly simple, but it's the foundation everything else builds upon. Stand up straight with your shoulders back. Now, before you roll your eyes and think this is about posture, let me explain what's really happening here. When you slouch, you're sending a signal not just to others, but to your own nervous system that you're defeated. Lobsters do this too, and they've been around for 300 million years. When a lobster loses a fight, its entire biochemistry changes. It becomes more anxious, less confident, and gets pushed around by other lobsters. Sound familiar? Your posture literally rewires your brain chemistry. Standing tall increases testosterone and decreases cortisol within minutes. It's like giving yourself a natural confidence boost that costs nothing but changes everything. Try it right now. Feel the difference? That's your biology responding to your behavior. Rule 2 takes us into darker territory, but it's where real growth happens. Treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. This one hits hard because most of us are incredibly harsh on ourselves while being compassionate to others. You'll skip meals, stay up too late, and accept terrible treatment from people, but you'd never let a friend do the same. Peterson argues this stems from a fundamental belief that we don't deserve care. But here's the thing. If you can't be kind to yourself, how can you genuinely care for others? The third rule sounds like something your grandmother might say, but it's psychologically profound. Make friends with people who want the best for you. We often tolerate toxic relationships because we mistake drama for depth or dysfunction for loyalty. But surrounding yourself with people who celebrate your failures or minimize your successes is like trying to build a house on quicksand. Your social circle either lifts you up or pulls you down. There's no neutral ground. Rule 4 is where things get uncomfortable. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. In our social media age, this might be the hardest rule to follow. Every day we're bombarded with highlight reels of other people's lives while we're living our behind-the-scenes reality. The comparison trap is real, and it's destroying our mental health. But here's what Peterson discovered. The only meaningful comparison is with your past self. Are you more skilled, kinder, or wiser than you were last week? That's the only scoreboard that matters. Rule 5 might save your relationship with your children. Do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. This isn't about being a strict parent. It's about teaching boundaries early so your kids can function in the real world. Children who never hear the word no at home will struggle when society inevitably says no to them. You're not doing them any favors by avoiding difficult conversations or consequences. The 6th rule is pure gold for personal development. Set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. It's easy to blame external circumstances for our problems, but Peterson challenges us to look inward first. Clean your room, organize your life, and take responsibility for your own mess before pointing fingers at others. This isn't victim blaming, it's empowerment. You can't control the world, but you can control your response to it. Rule 7 confronts our tendency to avoid difficult conversations. Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. The easy path often leads to long-term suffering, while the difficult path leads to genuine fulfillment. Choosing meaning over convenience requires courage, but it's the difference between living and merely existing. Rule 8 is about radical honesty. Tell the truth, or at least don't lie. Lies might seem to solve problems in the short term, but they create bigger problems down the road. Truth-telling builds trust, reduces anxiety, and creates authentic relationships. Even small lies erode your integrity and make you lose respect for yourself. Rule 9 challenges our assumptions about knowledge. Assume that the person you are listening to might know something you don't. This rule transforms conversations from competitions into opportunities for growth. When you listen with genuine curiosity instead of waiting for your turn to speak, you'll be amazed at what you learn. Rule 10 is about precision in communication. Be precise in your speech. Vague language leads to vague thinking and vague results. When you can clearly articulate what you want, need, or believe, you gain power over your circumstances. Precision cuts through confusion and creates clarity. Rule 11 might surprise you. Do not bother children when they are skateboarding. This rule is about allowing people to take reasonable risks and learn from consequences. Overprotection creates weakness, while appropriate challenge builds strength. Sometimes the best help you can give someone is to let them struggle. The final rule ties everything together. Pet a cat when you encounter one on the street. This isn't really about cats. It's about noticing and appreciating small moments of beauty and connection in a world that often feels chaotic and overwhelming. These micro moments of joy and wonder are what make life worth living. Here's the truth about these rules. They work, but only if you work them. Pick one that resonates with you and commit to practicing it for the next week. Notice how it changes your thoughts, actions, and results. Then add another rule. Personal transformation doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen consistently. The most successful people aren't those who avoid problems, they're those who develop better systems for handling them. Peterson's rules give you that system. They're not just suggestions, they're tools for building the life you actually want to live. So which rule will you start with today?